Welcome to the France 24 Observers. This show is based on our network of observers. They're ordinary people who tell us what's going on where they are and send in photos and videos to document it. We check everything here in Paris and bring the best to you. We begin today in Quetta, capital of Pakistan's Baluchistan province. The city is home to a large number of Hazaras. They are members of a Shiite minority who've long complained of discrimination across the border in Afghanistan. Now the Hazaras of Quetta say they are threatened too by a surge in activity by Wahhabi extremist groups who do not like their brand of Islam. Dozens of Quetta's Hazaras are killed every year in terrorist attacks. Here's our observer, Basit Ali.
We have organized many protests. We have a few days before we were having a women's protest. The main purpose for targeting Hazara is that we are Muslim, we are Shia Muslim. And they call us non-Muslim, that we are not a Muslim. The situation for Hazara people in Quetta is very critical. We can't go to market, we can't do our business. Every Hazara is in danger. The life of every Hazara Shia is in danger. We are protecting our community by our own self. Our own young boys of our community is they stand on the streets day and night and they protect other Hazaras. We need justice. We need justice.
Now to Guinea-Conakry in West Africa. The former French colony has rich natural resources in its forest region, especially gold and bauxite. That makes for a lot of trucks, and that is bad news for inhabitants of the regional capital, like our observer, Caleb Collier.
In the city of Anzaré-Corée, dust covers everything. It's so bad that on some days, drivers have to switch their lights on to see where they're going. It makes it hard to breathe too. There's dust everywhere because our roads still haven't been paved. They finally started 4 years ago, but the work's been on hold since General Sukuba Konate took over as transitional leader. And there are more trucks than ever because of the mining companies. They're starting up all over the city because it's a capital of the forest region. The people who suffer are the locals. The mining companies have money, so they build apartment buildings for their workers. Their vehicles are well equipped, so they can deal with the dust. It's just the locals who have a hard time.
Next up, a look at some of the images sent in this week by our observers. First off, a photograph taken on a flight from Italy to Tunisia by Francesco Sperandeo. He was astonished to see two men bound and gagged on his plane. They were illegal immigrants being deported back to Tunisia. But Francesco could not understand why it was necessary to gag them with tape. He posted his pictures on Facebook and they caused outrage in Italy. Prosecutors are now looking into the incident. Now to Tunisia itself, Bourguiba Avenue in the capital Tunis with our observer Asma. During Tunisia's revolution, the avenue was a center of protest. We've often shown pictures of angry demonstrations, sometimes violence. But this time it's different. The event was organized on Facebook. People told to bring books out onto the avenue and read them. A way of saying the violence is over, it's time to look ahead to the future. And the future is about culture and education. Now to Iran with our observer Kianush Amiri. He tells us the capital Tehran has recently seen heavy rain and widespread flooding, especially on the subway, which turned into an underwater river. Back on the surface, Kianush tells us, young women took off their shoes to brave the floods, a daring act in Iran, where women are not allowed to bare their feet in public. We finished today with Lieutenant Nguyen Man Pan. He is the hero of the Vietnamese web this week for going above and beyond the call of duty. When a bus driver refused to stop for a police check, Nguyen clung onto the windshield at speeds of up to 50 kilometers an hour. The driver eventually stopped and was promptly arrested. That's it for this week. As always, you can find more reports from our observers on our website, on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and on our iPhone app. See you next time.